Hi YouTube fam, welcome to another video. The hourly uptrend is certainly making its way above. Things do look pretty steady here. We might expect some kind of big move or volatility to be coming in the markets as well. Things are being inflationary as well in the market. A lot of action happening. Today we're going to try to focus in a lot of charts because that's going to guide us what might just come ahead. We're going to look into the news as well, but the news is going to be not as much as we usually have. Not much action going on in news, just been surrounding around what the Fed said, what might happen, what might not happen. So we're going to focus on what might happen because those are the indicators that's going to lead us into the charts better as well. The first thing we need to look into today is our uptrend on the hourly. Clearly looks very good. The trend is making some nice moves right now. We are still in a good higher high, higher low structure. We had our line previously here. Now I've moved it around here because this was another higher low created on the charts. Now we're making another one and still looks okay. If we do break below this one, then we might get into a lot of bearish sentiments, but for now things still look okay. Range to claim remains still about $32,000 and further above that would be $33,500. So that is something we got to look into. Overall things do look okay in the hourly. Ciphers have just reached. We did wake above yesterday and previously as well after making a higher high and then a higher low came into the charts. We have done that here as well. So certainly a pattern is going on right now. We are also expecting the market is not going to have V-shaped recovery like we had last year and in previous historic data as well. We're expecting we're going to have some kind of small moves coming and then we're going to have a higher low and then some small moves coming and then a higher low, because you have to understand now we have a lot of institutions in the market as well. It's just not a retail like it used to be. Things have certainly changed in the markets. So now if we get into DXY, we were expecting DXY on 4 hours might just go above because like we're seeing in the news and saying that inflation is getting everywhere, creeping into all economies, all countries. A lot of countries are full of FUD right now. Citizens are pretty cautious as well. People are not investing much money right now because they're really worried what's going to be coming up next. So to play safe, we have to watch DXY. We're expecting as well, since we were stuck in a range bound situation here, not breaking above, even got rejected at this price point, and now we are back into levels of 103, trying to retest this zone. Probably have to watch out for it. If it keeps dumping, that means the money printing machines have been switched on and the Fed is going to be pumping the markets again. USDT has certainly been coming down in a waterfall right now. Things have been slumping here pretty hard. We are weakening badly as well. We went all the way to levels about 5.82%. Ideally we would want the retest of this zone and we're monitoring as well. Now we are taking support from the previous support, which was around at 6.12%, trading in the regions of about just 6.18%. Not much movement in that support levels for now. Things certainly do look full of FUD because USDT goes down, markets have a relief bounce, so markets usually pump, and once the USDT is gonna be pumping, markets are gonna get down pretty hard, especially in crypto, because USDT is only used in crypto, guys. Come on. If we get into Bitcoin dominance looks very good, especially in the daily time frames. Just in this range, ideally we do want to break above, but obviously accumulation must increase in that, adoption must increase that. The meeting yesterday in El Salvador was pretty good, and everybody is pretty excited. As a bull, I'm very excited. Certainly the market can have some kind of big upsides to be coming as well. Now we just don't have institutions, we also have countries discussing Bitcoin adoption, and that's what we really wanted. For myself, I had been waiting for years for something like that to happen, and it is happening while I'm alive. So I'm just feeling lucky right now. So we are making a bull flag. We should break above this, but because this is a dominance chart and not a chart structure, so probably we just have to wait and watch what happens. We might even have a retest here like we are seeing in DXY. It came down, is having a retest for now, might even dump lower, but we have to just watch this out because we know we are still in the second phase of Bitcoin's dominance cycle. Things might change or might not. If we get into Ethereum's dominance, a lot of buzz going around Ethereum, whether it's going to pump, whether it's going to dump. It's still in the range where I would ideally want it to see. Yes, we did dump, had a massive dominance week coming down, but overall it still looks pretty much okay to me. It's still in that range. For me, that 20% and 18% range is very important. Even the 19% range is very important because that's where we're taking our support levels. For now, we've even pumped previously from here, and now we are making that and using that as support, but we don't want to go below 18% because that would be very bad. We see then those are the times where we see ETH dumping very hard. Now if we get into the big data today, especially, we were yesterday in extreme fear levels which we haven't reached in a year, which was 8. Today we have bounced back 12%. Look very good. At least some kind of bounce coming in. 4% in a day on extreme fear is very good. If we get into long and short ratio, global data, 51.48% people are in long positions in 24 hours. In 1 hour time frames, we are about 53.64% people in long positions, while 46.36% people are in short positions. Long and short ratio, block trades, 54.92% people are in short positions in 24 hours, and 63.75% people are in short positions against 36.25% people in long positions in 1 hour on block trades. So certainly block trades are looking very bearish right now. Everybody just want to short the markets. Well, we just gotta wait and watch. We are prepared for each and every scenario right now in these markets. Funding rate for ETH and BTC are right now in negatives because market has been pretty sideways. A lot of short positions opened right now as well, like we can see in block trades. So certainly we would ideally want this to come back into 0.0100%. That's the ideal best place where the market gets neutral itself. Market sentiments remain neutral. Next up, we're gonna get into HODL and earn, because HODL and earn is very important in a market like this. We have discussed several times. We're going to discuss again today. If you want to stake your coins here, you can go into flexible term. You can even go to fixed term. If you get into flexible term, you can get all the single stakings. So you can get into any, whatever coin you have in your portfolio. Just check it out. Type here, see whether it's flexible for you or not, and get into them. If you have fixed term, because fixed term has very limited coins, so there's only about in progress 15 right now. You can aim into all those 15. Obviously everybody does hold some kind of USDT, and there's so much part about stable coins as well. So if you feel like you want to be part of that, you can just take them and grow the bag in case something bad happens. Step G we discussed is one of the best move to earn coin right now. If you want to stake that, and you have bought that on my call, you should certainly stake that, because if we do get some kind of profits, it's just going to be 14 days. So definitely you're going to make some good upside. APR is about 150%. Sounds amazing, right? Let's get back into newly listed. If we get into the newly listed, we did suggest you a coin. It went all the way up about 600-700%. Looks very good. Passive upside coming on it. So we do hope all of you guys did buy that token into it. I didn't really force you guys and say you have to buy it. It was EPX. So EPX went up massively, but we can see the ETH pair here, but the USDT pair performed really well. So certainly things do look very good in the new list. There's no coin right now in the startup ones. If they come in, I'm definitely going to be sharing with you guys. But for now, you did make some massive money if you get into this in the newly listed. So I do hope you did get into it. If you did, massive profits are coming on your way. And if you want to get into, like everybody else, we have been enjoying these upsides on Gate.io's newly listed and Gate.io project discount startups. All you have to do is click in the link given in the description below. Join Gate.io, use my referral code, Referral ID. You're going to earn about 50 to 40% rewards, airdrops on your deposit amount. So that is something amazing to have in a market like this. Let's get into the news. First news, investing. Mr. Powell has spoken, so let's see what he exactly said. Global stocks dip as market rebound fizzles after Powell warns on further rate hikes. We even discussed yesterday, they are looking up to the numbers of about 50 BPS coming in the next 45 days. Gotta be very bearish about that, but we have seen a lot of money has already been sucked out. Then another breaking news is Eurozone core CPI rises 3.5% in April, largest annual increase on record. Wow, that is amazing, because we would obviously want all the retail to get out of this market, and certainly with news like this, FUD like this, charts looking like they're gonna dump, people are walking out of the market now. Eurozone inflation rate rises to 7.4% in April, matching highest levels on record. Another stuff which is gonna be very bearish for everybody out there. And then UK inflation jumps year to year about 9% in April, highest since 1989. So there's a lot of news about inflation rates today that is coming out, which certainly the market will not digest pretty well right now. We also have the NATO FUD with Ukraine and Russia's war going on. So there's pretty much a lot of action going on in the markets, but obviously we have to be very cautious. We were already prepared with my charts what we can expect from these markets coming. And now I really hope that Seth Green has, like, it's okay right now and he's not that upset, because Seth Green has lost 4 NFTs including a bike after falling victim to a phishing scam. Alright, there's not much you can do about that, because even I fall victim to a few of them. I've lost a lot of money. Even my MetaMask has gotten hacked up, not just once but several times. But you always got to learn and hope you're not going to put all your eggs in the same basket. Don't put everything you own in the same wallet. Just try to divide that and be very careful in this. So BNB has offered dedicated support to projects migrating from Terra to build on the BNB ecosystem. BNB is not the only chain. Polygon, WeChain, a lot of other chains are already offering support. AVAX, they're offering support, plenty of them, because everybody wants the money to come to them. And obviously if it does, then obviously that would be amazing, right? They got their projects gonna grow. Then Coinbase will suspend trading of USD and W Luna on May 27, 2022. So if you have them on Coinbase, just make sure either sell them on loss or move them to some MetaMask wallet and probably stake them somewhere else, because I don't know whether you want to sell them on loss or not. I still have a bag. I'm still going to hold it. And when the classic does come out, or whatever next plan suddenly comes out, because the plans have been shifting pretty much, it's very difficult for them to actually agree on something, because the DAO and the validators and everybody who has projects on them are massive right now. Bank of France governor calls for global crypto regulation following Luna and USD collapse. Well, that's just not the first one. We've also seen phantoms die falling down right now. So a lot of coins in the market are certainly having issues, especially the stable coins, but there's not much anybody can do about it. This failures on blockchains, it happens, people are going to learn. I don't think governments can do anything, because government can't really bail you out on a blockchain project. So that's why they say you have to manage your risk to reward. And 5 years ago today, Bitcoin was at $1,987. Today it's at 29,000 and 30,000, approximately in that range. So I do hope you do feel bullish hearing about that, because certainly that's going to make everybody very, very excited in a market like this. Let's get back into the charts. Haven't been discussing ETH for some time now, so back into the bullish bearish chart for ETH. ETH certainly looks very, very good right now. Haven't had any kind of dump, especially below this point where we dumped all the way to $1,700 in some charts and 786 here. So looks okay. I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm seeing here. We did expect some kind of bounce to be coming, so we are in that range that I drew, but I still expect, I will keep my mind open. I still expect market to come in a worst case scenario. We need to get people out from that 2017 long positions, or basically the entry prices. Overall, it still looks very, very good, and especially on the day time frames, Cypher is still calling it into the ranges of $2,500. So if it does come back in the range, or even come back above that range of about 2,600 to 2,500 range, would be very, very interesting to see. If we do, that will also increase Ethereum's dominance, like we saw the chart earlier. If we get into the most important thing right now, which I've been hearing a lot, oh my god, market's gone too bearish, market's gone too bearish. So this is an index, okay? This is not exactly a chart. It has all the information about Bitcoin from the day one, when it started appearing on charts. So here you can clearly see that we haven't closed the day below the cycle bottom, or historic top, which was our 2017 levels. So this is very, very interesting to see. We're still bouncing on it, we're still trading above that. We are building some kind of bearish flag as well, but overall, if we look into it, it still looks very, very good. If we just take it day by day, because this is in day time frames, things certainly still look very, very good in the charts, because we can't just completely become that bearish. My target still remains that I will still expect to come back into the trades, like I've shown you guys in BTC's bullish and bearish chart, that if we get into that key range and then we break above about 36,000 range, then I will start looking and considering, okay, now maybe we can get back into the markets, because we have that accumulation zone that we used to previously have. I've hidden it right now. So if we get back into that accumulation zone, especially in the center of it, in this range of 37, 36, would be very, very interesting, and hopefully market does look very, very good from there onwards. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be back in here again tomorrow. See you guys and have a great day.